You might think that the Dutch East India Trading Company was just about spices and trade, and you'd be wrong. Life under the VOC was a sentence without mercy. It was built on the backs of slavery, torture, and human suffering on a global scale. The VOC, founded in 1602, wasn't just the first multinational corporation, it was a corporate empire with its own army, navy, and legal right to wage war. Behind the wealth of nutmeg, cloves, silk and tea was a machine of exploitation that enslaved tens of thousands of people and left a trail of devastation from Africa to Asia. The VOC trafficked human beings from across its vast empire, from the Cape of Good Hope to Japan. And these were people that were defeated in wars, or they were kidnapped from their homes, or even sold under pressure by the VOC by their local rulers. In Batavia, modern-day Jakarta, enslaved people outnumbered the free. They were forced into hard labour in warehouses, sugar mills, docks and plantations. And many of these people that were enslaved and transported across the empire died before they could even get there, being transported in cramped hulls where starvation and disease were rife. Men worked until their bodies broke, and women were used as domestic servants, but faced constant sexual violence from VOC officials and soldiers. And punishments were extreme: whipping, branding, and even execution for attempted escape. In the Cape Colony, children born to enslaved peoples were then themselves enslaved, ensuring that this system could continue on for generations. And the VOC wasn't just taking labour, it was taking identity. Those people that were enslaved were stripped of their own names, prevented from talking in their own language, and were forced to convert to Christianity. And families were split apart to prevent rebellion. Even in death, their dignity was denied. They were buried in unmarked graves and their stories removed from the official records. And when the VOC collapsed in 1799, the Dutch state took over, keeping slavery into the mid-19th century. Even after so-called emancipation, former enslaved peoples were forced into apprenticeships that were entirely unpaid, keeping them under the thumb of their white masters. The VOC's legacy isn't just in history books today. It's in the cultures that it shattered, the communities it displaced, and the inequality that still lingers today.